Hi, I'm Rayma.
And I'm Andrea.
And this is Mile High Murder. We are just slightly obsessed with true crime. We text each other when new missing persons cases are unfolding. We add each other to Facebook sleuth groups and definitely feel like we have solved the cases before anyone else. We aren't creepy, I promise.
I'm sorry. That was dumb.
It's fine. I'm just gonna laugh.
I'm ready. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Hi.
Hi. Guess what?
What?
We have a live show tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Where
I'll
are we
be
gonna
there. Odell.
Me
Drury.
too.
I'll be there.
I mean, me too.
You guys should be there.
You should. It's
It'll
going to be
be
super fun.
Oh my
At
gosh.
6 o'clock, come have a beer with us. Let us tell you scary stories.
Probably not too scary. Maybe, I don't know.
No, mine's not
Maybe.
scary.
Okay.
It's a little bit scary.
Okay. So a little bit scary stories.
Yes.
But hey, it's like Halloween's happening
Yes.
later this month.
There
so.
might be a ghost or two in my story.
Oh, really?
Or 3.
Are you serious?
True story.
Okay. I'm excited to hear it.
Me too.
Yeah.
So
So
come. This is
come.
going to be awesome.
6 o'clock, Odell Brewery.
And if you're listening right now, you're going to get 3 whole stories from us in one day.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really good day for you.
It's going to be a great day. And you're going to get a beer.
Yeah. You
It's a
are.
great Wednesday.
Awesome Wednesday.
Happy hump day.
Plus, you get to come talk to us.
Yeah.
See us live and in person. Really,
Pretty
which is way
all
more
right.
intimidating for us. When I'm like, I'd rather sit in a comfy couch in a house and
In
talk about
sweats.
murder than be. Yeah. But it's
We're
fun.
excited.
Yeah, we're excited.
Okay, do you have a story for me?
I do.
Okay.
It's a little bit different than what we normally do
Oh.
because it's a bank robbery
Oh.
that is known as the Father's Day Bank Massacre.
Ew.
That happened in Denver.
That's aggressive.
oh my gosh.
Yes. Okay.
So it is.
Did this happen in Aurora?
No, Denver.
Okay.
So some of my sources were Denver Post, Wikipedia, HuffPost, and People.com.
Whoa.
Yeah.
People.com. That's a big one.
Yeah, because it got international attention. We'll talk about that.
International or national?
Maybe national.
That's
national
crazy.
attention.
Still, that's a lot.
Yeah. So it took place on June 16th, 1991, which was Father's Day.
No.
Yeah. And which I was like, Father's Day is a Sunday. How did a bank get robbed on a Sunday? But I'll
Oh,
tell you about that. Yeah.
that's a good point.
For a little bit there, I was like, what on earth? But it happened at United Bank Tower, which actually is now the Wells Fargo building. And it was, so they like deposit, there's a big vault there. And
Okay.
so businesses will deposit money into the bank. And so the vault workers are still working and the guards are still working.
Okay. Got
But
it.
it's not open to the public.
Okay. That makes sense. then.
Yeah. So at 4 a.m., a security alarm went off in the basement storage room of the United Bank Tower. And a guard went to turn it off. And it seems to be a false alarm. Nothing is really known of what happened. He just turned it off. Nothing else happened until later. So later that day, Scott McCarthy, Todd Wilson, William McCollum Jr., and Philip Mankoff were on duty as guards in the basement of the bank. 6 vault employees were processing cash deposits in the bank vault. The bank branch, I already said this, is closed, but they're processing the cash deposits that have been made and like the day before. And also note that recently the bank had changed protocol and they stopped allowing guards to be armed.
What? No.
Yeah, they just thought that it would cause less violence if something happened. Which
okay.
actually banks get robbed quite often. So,
Yeah, so that seems like a genius idea.
I don't know that I'd want to be that guard that is working there and not allowed to be armed.
No. No thanks. Pass.
Yeah. So at 7:30, different guards from Wells Fargo and Loomis Armored Inc. arrived at United Bank to make weekend deposits from stores and restaurants. So they dropped off their deposits, and electronic records indicate that at 9:14 a.m., a man claiming to be the bank's vice president, Robert Bardwell, called the guard room to have them open a side freight elevator for him to enter. So there was like a security phone that he called into the guard room to have them come, pick him up, I guess, or open the door for him. And the guard, William McCollum Jr., went to go open the door for him. When he opened it, the man ambushed him, forced him into a sub-basement area, and shoots him with a .38 caliber handgun.
Oh my gosh.
And then steals his key card. So he shoots him 5 times. And
Jeez.
yeah, overkill. So 3 times were in the head, once in his arm, and once in his chest. And then the robber collects the 5 shell casings.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the worst idea.
It's smart, for sure.
But also, you suck.
If you're going to rob a bank,
Take your shell casings. Come on.
Shell casings. If you're going to do any sort of crime, you're probably going to want to take them. But at around 9:20, the robber sets another alarm off in the basement as he heads to the control room where Philip Mankoff and Scott McCarthy are. He seems to take them off guard from how they found them. So they were in a spare battery like charging room he had them go into, and he shoots both of them. And then another guard, so this is all just from how they found them.
Okay.
Another guard, either they don't know if he heard the commotion or if he was just finishing making rounds. His name's
Right.
Todd Wilson. He returned to the control room and is shot and killed.
Oh.
And he actually, this makes me think that maybe he didn't know anything was going on because he had a sandwich in his hand
Oh, yeah.
when he was killed. And he still
You're not
had
going to
it in his hand.
saunter in with your sandwich.
Yeah,
to be like,
right.
"Hey guys, what's up?"
Yeah. I think I heard some gunfire.
Yeah,
and None of
no.
us have guns.
Oh,
so.
that's so sad. He didn't hear it.
Yeah. So the robber in total fired 18 shots and only missed one of those shots.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, in the control room, he collects the shell casings, 10 videotapes, pages from the guard's logbook, and a 2-way radio and some keys, and he wiped down all his fingerprints.
It's not the worst idea,
No, it's not. But he was...
but he is
Kind of
worst.
sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no kidding.
So at 9:48 a.m., he opened the vault door where the 6 employees were working, and he had them lie on the floor with their eyes covered and had senior vault manager David Barranco, I hope I'm saying that name right, fill a bag with cash. He forces the 6, so he doesn't kill those 6 employees.
Oh,
The only ones that had died were the 4 guards.
what the heck?
Yeah. And so then he forces the 6 employees into a man trap. Do you know what a man trap is? So
Nope.
it's basically like...
I want to make a joke so bad.
That's funny. It's basically like one of those doors that like, it's like a security door. So like it's locked and then it's just kind of like a hallway and then it's locked. Into
That feels very claustrophobic.
Yeah. So he locks them into that man trap. So they're locked in between 2 doors, basically.
I feel like I need to take a deep breath.
Yeah. So he at 9:56 a.m. the robber leaves, leaving the 4 dead guards, and he took just about $200,000, which is not very much money.
No, it just doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
worth all of that.
Yeah.
I wonder, do you even know, like, or maybe it's different bank to bank, but like how much do they keep on hand?
Well, there was $2 million there. And so he only took 200,000 of it. It could be because, so he used, like, had them fill 1 bag or 1 satchel full. And it could just be because he didn't want to carry more than 1 because it'd be suspicious.
Sure.
Or it could be for lots of reasons, but it is pretty...
Or maybe he just wasn't super
Strange.
greedy.
Yeah, 200,000 will do.
That's fine.
I'm robbing this whole bank. I'm killing 4 people. 200,000 is worth
That's
it.
worth my troubles.
Yeah.
What? Weirdo.
Yeah, it is strange. It definitely
Okay.
is a question as they're investigating this.
Okay.
So this is so bizarre to me. The 6 employees who are trapped in the man trap find a broken spoon in this man
Okay.
trap, and they're able to free themselves about 20 minutes after the
What?
robber has left. Bizarre, right? Like, why is there a broken spoon? Like a broken... I don't even know that I ever see broken spoons.
Maybe
I don't
Jesus
know
put
if
it there.
Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Jesus
Okay,
put
there it is. Got it.
Yeah, but
I
like,
just
isn't
solved
that
the
just
problem.
bizarre? Why
Yeah,
is there
that's
a
really
broken
odd.
spoon inside? Unless it was like someone's like, I really hope I don't get locked in this. I'm gonna
leave
hide
my
this
spoon.
broken spoon in here. That would
Weird.
be me. That's a 6 on the Enneagram right there. Holla, 6s.
Hey, Lisa.
So yeah. Actually, 6s probably aren't listening to this because they're like, I'm too afraid. I don't want to hear those things. So when the police questioned the employees, they described the robber as being in his 50s or 60s.
What?
Yeah. I mean, he was posing as this vice president of the bank.
Still, I'm thinking this very young, fit, nimble. Almost said thimble.
Not
Nimble.
like, what?
Like, it just seems odd that it's not
Yeah.
a young.
But like George Clooney robbed a whole casino and he was older.
Good point.
So,
Good point.
who knows?
Solid argument.
It was probably George Clooney. So.
Obviously.
Anyways, he was in his 50s or 60s. He was wearing a gray sports coat and slacks, a multicolored tie, and was wearing a brown fedora hat, sunglasses, and he also had a mustache. And then
Hot.
he also had a bandage on his left cheek.
Huh?
Have you ever seen the movie Bottle Rocket? I'm guessing.
Never even heard of it.
Okay. Well, if anyone is listening and you've seen the movie Bottle Rocket, you already know why I'm saying it.
Okay. That was fun.
So, yeah, pretty random that he had this bandage on his left cheek.
Don't you want to I guess he does think he's blending in with the Tom Selleck stash and a sport coat or whatever, but it just seems odd. And the very loud tie is odd.
I think, okay.
And a fedora.
So part
Give
of
me
the
a
Bottle
break.
Rocket thing is it's a comedy, but he puts a Band-Aid on his nose to go rob this store. And he's like, why did you put a Band-Aid on? He's like, exactly. So it's supposed to distract a little bit from like,
he's already got the fedora and the mustache.
well,
Do you
yeah,
need
but
more
like
crap on your
if
face?
all you can remember is like he had this Band-Aid, but you're like focused on the Band-Aid that you can't look at the other features. You know what I mean? But the multicolored tie might have been something like that too. Like, oh, they'll just look at my tie or remember my tie, and they're not going to remember what I look like.
All right.
This guy was pretty calculated, which we
So
know.
he's done this before.
I don't know. We'll go into that.
Okay.
Probably not,
Oh.
but
Okay.
they found out quickly that the real Robert Baldwell, who was the vice president, had been vacationing with his family. And so they knew it couldn't have been him. And so the investigation involved over 40 FBI agents, because this is like a big
Sure.
bank, big deal,
Right.
and 24 investigators. And according to the Denver Post, the police built a scale model of the bank, and using computer printouts from the key card taken from a murdered guard, they tracked the killer's movements minute by minute throughout the building. So that's how they knew a lot of what had happened. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, the rest is kind of like figuring it out from there. They questioned current and past bank employees, and they already had an idea that it probably was an inside job, and that the person, the robber,
It had to be. Like, there's too
right?
much stuff
Even
that,
like the
I
side
don't know any of that.
freight elevator thing, like or the security phone, or
Right.
even just claiming to be this vice president. Like, there's so many things pointing to it being an inside job.
But again, only $200,000.
So weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Also, that there could be multiple reasons why he only killed the guards, but I kind of think, my own personal thoughts, is that he thought maybe the guards would recognize him, or that he knew the guards.
Oh,
and
that's-
so
yeah,
they
that
could
makes
be
sense.
like,
Sure,
oh, we
sure.
know who did this.
Right.
So
So maybe the other 6 didn't know him or recognize him or whatever.
right,
Okay.
because they wouldn't have worked with him
Interesting.
necessarily. So
Good theory.
as they were interviewing people, they started narrowing it down, and they named retired Denver Police Sergeant James King as their primary suspect. Well, they didn't name him like out loud, but they that's who they started focusing on.
No way.
Yeah. So not only was he a retired police officer, but he had also worked weekends at the same bank as a security guard, but had quit 10 months earlier than that. So
odd.
he was retired by that point, started working just weekends at the bank. And they must have questioned him when they were questioning past employees, and then just really like dialed in on him and thought, this might be our guy. And so many, many things made them suspicious of King and also make me suspicious of King. I am quite suspicious of him.
Well, if you are.
Yeah. Reportedly, you want to hear those things?
Obviously.
Okay. Reportedly, he had shaved his mustache the day after the robbery,
Dummy.
which he had for a long time. And he had also gotten a larger safety deposit box.
Dude,
right
come
after.
on.
His alibi was super weak. He told police he was downtown on Father's Day to meet up for a chess match with the Denver Chess Club. But the location that was that he went to, that he told him they went to, that chess club hadn't met there in years. And so
it could have happened.
He did claim it wasn't meeting, so he left.
Oh, okay.
Which is interesting because he did put himself downtown, which is the same area.
Right.
So, and then also one of the reasons that he is a little suspicious is Denver PD carried 6 bullets in their guns, and they also used the same .38 caliber guns. And but they also would carry on.
You hand that over?
He did not. Yeah. So that came into the court, during court, which the reason why it was like national, it was a big deal because it's a bank robbery, but also it was on court TV.
Oh, okay.
And so people followed it and watched it on court TV.
Got it.
Which I actually couldn't find any clips of it. And I was really wanting to find some clips.
Oh, that's odd.
I might try and dive in a little deeper, but use different phrases on Google. So anyways, Denver PD would carry 6 bullets in their gun, but then they also had 2 automatic reloading containers that also contained 6 bullets. So that would be 18 bullets total, which was the amount he had fired.
Whoa, that's bizarre.
Yeah. So that's kind of like...
There's too many coincidences.
Oh, there's more. There's more things that definitely make him... There was no physical evidence to match him, to put him there. But the police felt that they had enough probable cause, and they arrested him on July 3rd, 1991.
Whoa.
And then, while searching his home, on his computer, they find pages of a book he was in the middle of writing on bank security that contained commentary on some weaknesses in United Bank's system.
What a dip.
Oh, you're going to get so mad about this. Then they found 5 different ID cards with different aliases and King's picture on all of them. And then they also found a map of the bank that had been put in a folder marked plans.
No!
Yeah.
What an idiot. Stop it.
Okay, but he was like, so when he went in... Yeah,
you might as well just say,
plans.
My plan to rob a bank.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a moron.
So some of the witnesses later identified King in a lineup. They didn't originally identify him in a lineup, but by they brought him back in, they did it more, and they... After 3 times, some of them started to identify him. So police had a lot of evidence against him, but again, it was all circumstantial. None of it was
crazy
fingerprints or anything. Yeah. They could not actually put him there. So King was tried in May 1992, and the trial gained national attention because it was on court TV, like I said. Mm-hmm. And
I guess I didn't realize that court TV was around back then.
Maybe it was newer then. I don't know when it started. Maybe we're young and just don't even know anything. Maybe it's been around since
a long time, I guess.
I don't know.
It had to be.
Well, 1991, that's kind of long ago. It's not that long ago. Anyways, his defense attorney's name was Walter Garish, and apparently he was really well known for winning a lot of cases. He was a good attorney. And one of his most impactful, this is funny, arguments he made for the case was he was cross-examining an eyewitness who had identified King, so one of the vault employees, and he put a picture of a famous person on an put a picture and then put an overlay of that on that famous person that had sunglasses, a mustache, and a hat, just like this guy did. And the witness couldn't identify who this celebrity was, and Walter even gave him hints of who it was, and he still couldn't. And it was Harrison Ford.
Oh, weird! I thought you were going to say George Clooney.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny. It's George Clooney just robbing another. Yeah. What are they called in Vegas? What are they called?
Heist.
No, I know. No,
Casino.
There's the word. Yeah, it was Harrison Ford, which is pretty crazy that he couldn't. But he was just proving the point that like he
right.
How can you actually? He can't be an eyewitness because whatever. So also part of his defense was he presented to the jury an alternative suspect, which is a good defense to do that. So giving them the suspect was former United Bank guard Paul Yoakum, and he actually had been tried and acquitted for stealing $30,000 from a United Bank ATM on Memorial Day weekend a year before in 1990.
Oh, weird.
And which is like another holiday weekend.
Yeah.
He lived less than a mile from United Bank Tower, and then 2 FBI agents testified that when they went to investigate Yoakum's apartment, they found a closet door secured with handcuffs, and inside the closet they found a box of .38 caliber ammunition, and some like other random things like police badges and just different things. And Yoakum didn't have an alibi for that day, but they didn't. Obviously, this was his defense, so they didn't try this guy.
Right.
They just So after 9 days of deliberation, what do you think happened? Not guilty.
You are joking.
No.
I was like, there's no way you're going to say it.
No, not guilty. So they just did, it was all circumstantial evidence, and this attorney did a good
DNA,
enough job.
no fingerprints.
No
Nothing
video footage.
Him.
Yeah.
Oof.
And not only that, so after they found him not guilty, the FBI actually like kept an eye on him for a while. The money was never, like, he never spent the money.
What?
Yeah. He never spent. I mean, maybe he did in like $25 at a time, or they went to,
what a waste.
Right?
What a waste.
But yeah, they followed him, and he died on May 21st, 2013 at 77 years old. And this is still technically considered a cold case because
interesting.
No one has ever been charged or tried and
oh my.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I'm like shocked.
Mm-hmm.
So the police still believe that it was him.
I mean, I believe it was him. That is way too many.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much circumstantial.
Right.
To be anything but.
They also, one of the reasons they believed that it was possibly someone that was in law enforcement is that how many bullets hit, like only one didn't, but that they're also trained. They're trained to shoot to kill, right? So like
for sure,
that sounds like overkill to anyone else, but I think a police officer, they shoot. I don't know.
Wow.
So anyways,
that's a crazy story. Never heard of it.
I know. I had neither.
And I've been to Denver.
I've been there.
I've been there.
Been there several times.
Me too.
Yeah. I shop there sometimes.
Totally.
Yep.
Wow. How sad.
I know.
And annoying.
Yeah. Annoying that he might have. Also, his wife and his son, like, to his dying day, stood by him and said they didn't think he did it.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah. So, who knows?
Okay, well, we'll see you tonight.
We'll see you tonight. You better be there.
Yay.
Odell, 6:00. See you there.
Thanks for joining us every Wednesday for a new case, guys. If you are a fan of Mile High Murder, consider subscribing and writing a review and sharing with your friends. You can also follow us on Instagram at Mile High Murder Podcast or search for our discussion group on Facebook. We're always searching for Colorado cases to cover. If you have a case you're dying for us to share, send us an email at milehighmurderpodcast@gmail.com.